I don't like know where to put my arms.
I know, mine's right here.
What's up guys, my name is Cooley and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello, I post beauty and lifestyle content every Wednesday and Sunday, so I definitely hope to see you there. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Alright guys, so today's video is a special one. As you can see, I have my lovely mother here with me today. By the time this video will be going up, it will be Mother's Day, so I just want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all of you beautiful and strong mothers out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
Alright, I wish I was tan right now. I literally look like a white ghost in this camera.
I think you look good.
So on top of doing my mom's makeup today, we're going to talk a little bit about doing makeup on mature skin and some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way to make the makeup application process go a little bit smoother and to make makeup a little bit more appealing to mature skin. Hold on, I know that some moms and grandmothers sometimes are nervous or afraid to wear makeup or even to wear a full face of makeup, but there are a few ways to apply makeup to mature skin that can keep you looking youthful and
turn back the hands of time.
And yeah, turn back the hands of time. So if you want to see how I completed this makeup look on my mom today and learn a few tips and tricks about mature skin, then please keep on watching.
Back there.
What? Oh, big boy now.
Hi, Bean.
Ah!
You look like you have mascara and eyeliner on. What a beautiful look.
Alright guys, so today's video, as you can see, I have a very special guest. This is my mother. Say hello.
Hello.
And today we are going to be treating her to a little get ready with me. So we're going to be doing her makeup and it'll just be a little special Mother's Day treat because by the time this is posted it will be on Mother's Day. So it was perfect timing and we're just going to glam her up and have some fun and have some drinks. Alright, so I'm going to start out just by clipping her hair back with these little hair clips that I got from Amazon. Very innovative. They're supposed to not leave dents in your hair, which is really nice. And sorry if we're like really close and on top of each other. We're kind of in tight quarters here, so we're working with what we got. Today we're going to be talking about doing makeup on mature skin. So there is a few different things that you want to keep in mind when working on a more mature client. Hydration is definitely the #1 thing when working on women with mature skin. So I'm just going to start out by putting a little bit of hand sanitizer on because I am going to be touching her face with my hands. And then once we have that all clipped back, I'm just going to spray a little bit of this PIXI Vitamin Wake Up Mist onto her skin as just kind of like a light primer. When it comes to doing makeup on mature skin, you really want to focus on hydration and using a lot more cream products than you are powder products. It's definitely okay to go in and set with powder, but don't pack it onto the face because that will sink into any fine lines and wrinkles. Alright, next to add just a little bit more hydration, I'm going to take some of my Glassy Skin Balm by TouchinSol and I'm just going to take that on my Morphe M427 and just disperse that on her face. I'm going to throw some on the back of my hand and then just use that lightly as a nice base. So this product is fairly thick, so that's why I like to put some on the back of my hand and then just kind of work off of that. You're going to see a trend in me doing that a lot with the products that I'm going to be applying to her face. What is on this?
So like you did.
Alright, so while that base is just kind of absorbing into the skin, I'm going to move on and do her eyebrows. So today we're going to be taking her eyebrow pencil, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. So when it comes to her eyebrows, I'm going to make sure that I definitely don't go overboard. We don't want it to be like super heavily defined or blocky, so I'm just going to do a nice soft coating of the brow pencil. Alright, and then to carve out the brows, I'm just going to take a little bit of my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Light Peach. Alright, so so I just went ahead and zoomed you guys in a little bit so that you can kind of see what's going on. Next, I'm just going to move on to the rest of her complexion. All right, so today I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Reboot Foundation in the shade R230. And the reason I want to use this foundation on my mom is because this is a very thin formula. It's not too heavy, but it still has a good amount of coverage. I would say it's about light to medium coverage. Obviously, she doesn't need a ton of coverage on any blemishes or anything like that. So this will just be a nice veil that'll kind of make the skin just look a little bit more glowy and hydrated. And I'm just going to apply a couple pumps of that to the back of my hand. And then I'm going to start off applying that with my Alamar brightening brush. So I've resorted to standing up so that we have a little bit more space and it's a little bit easier for me to apply. So definitely on mature skin, you don't want to rub any product onto the face. So I'm really just going to focus on bouncing everything when I blend. And then for concealer today, I'm going to be mixing my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in 330 Ivory and my e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in Light Peach. I'm just going to be, again, taking some of that product on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to be applying that to her face with a brush so that we don't go in with too much product and we can just kind of conceal where it's needed. And to apply the concealer, I'm going to be using my Morphe M504. So when applying concealer to mature skin, you definitely want to stray away from applying a ton of concealer on this outer corner, just because that is where mature women tend to get crow's feet, and you don't want to have a bunch of concealer sinking into that. And so we're going to focus most of the concealer on the inner corners of the eye where you see this little shadow, and then we'll just slightly blend it out, but we're not going to apply too much concealer out here. Just going to apply a tiny bit of concealer to the chin and on the sides of her nose as well, just to brighten up those areas a little bit.
Looking brighter already.
Alright, so next we're just going to be focusing obviously a little bit more on cream products. So I'm going to be doing some cream contour, and to do that I'm going to be using my RCMA foundation palette, and this is in the VK number 11. So on her, since she is a little bit more fair, I'm just going to take a little mix of these shades down here so we can create a nice shadow but nothing too harsh. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this smaller brush right here. This is just the e.l.f. smudge brush, and I'm going to be using this to use that same cream contour and just carve out her nose a little bit. Going to contour a little bit around her lips just to make them look slightly fuller, but not too much. Alright, the next cream product I'm going to be applying is my Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Puff, and we're just going to be applying these to the highest points of the cheeks and then a little bit on the, what are these called? The apples of your cheeks. And blush is one of my favorite things, especially cream blush, to use on mature skin because I really feel like it just creates a nice, natural, youthful glow.
I love it.
So now I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of her face with a very, very light layer of this Coty Airspun powder. It is a loose, translucent powder, so I'm just going to go very light-handed with this. And then lastly for the face, I'm just going to further bronze a little bit, and I'm going to take some of this Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Lastly for the complexion, I'm just going to throw some of this Lychee and Gold Healthy Glow Rose Gold Blush as kind of a little cheek topper and to add a little bit more highlight. So just to add a little bit of hydration on top of all those powders and kind of melt everything together, I'm going to apply some of my PIXI Hydrating Milky Mist. Now on the highest points of her cheeks, I'm just going to take some of this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. And I'm also going to take a tiny amount on the tip of her nose as well. So with this, again, you don't want to focus it too much on the outer corner of that eye because you don't want to highlight any fine lines or wrinkles around the eye area. So we're just going to really focus it more on the high points of the cheeks. Now with the complexion all finished, I'm just going to move on to the eyes. So I'm going to start by putting a very light amount of my Plouise base on as just a little eyeshadow base. So when doing her eyes today, we're going to make sure that we focus on really opening up and brightening the eye. She does have kind of a hooded eye shape, so I'm going to make sure to keep any of the darker colors out towards the outer edge, and then we're going to really brighten up the inner corner. Today I'm going to be using a mix of my LA Girl Pro Artistry palette and my Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. Again, I don't want to apply too much product to the eye area, so I'm just going to make sure to put a very light layer and just tap that in rather than rubbing. So I'm going to start out by dipping into a few of these neutral shades in the LA Girl Pro Artistry palette, and I'm just going to take that on my Morphe M433. So as I said, when working with an eye shape that's a little bit more hooded, we're going to make sure to focus the brightness on the inner corner of the eye and pretty much most of the eye, and then any darker shadow colors we're going to pull out towards the outer corner a little bit. Next, as I said, we're really focusing that brightness on the inner corner, so I'm going to be taking kind of a stark white shade on my Sigma E25 and just really brightening that area up. Alright, so for eyeliner today, I'm actually going to be using a brown shadow and this Morphe M432 little flat brush right here. And I'm just going to be slightly smoking that out, but not too much. I just don't want to put on a black eyeliner and have it look too harsh. Dipping into like a medium brown shadow, and then I'm just going to line her lash line with that. Next, I'm just going to add a bit of a pale shimmery shade to the inner corners just to further open up and brighten those eyes. Alright, so finishing off the eyes, I'm just going to curl her lashes, apply a little bit of mascara, and then I'm going to actually apply a few individual lashes. Alright guys, so we just went ahead and finished off the eyes with those individual lashes, and then I'm just going to take this NYX Faux Whites liner in White Smoke, and I'm just going to line her waterline. And then I'm going to finish off the eyes with a small amount of mascara on the lower lash line. Alright, so finishing off the face is lips, and I'm just going to be using my Milani 04 lip liner and my Milani 55 Bahama Beige lipstick. Then I'm going to top that off with a tiny bit of the Milani Keep It Full Gloss in Nude Shimmer.
Can't wait to see the final product.
Alright guys, so this is the completed makeup look right here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always, if you haven't already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. And go ahead and hit that notification bell as well while you're at it so you can get notified every time I post a new video. With that being said, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.